Hello and welcome back to another video. And today we have something a little bit different. I'm gonna review a hand I played 3 weeks ago at Seefeld. I'm 510 live, so NL1K. I hope something more interesting even. So let's get into the hand, I would say. At this point, we were playing quite a bit. It was already, I think, 3 in the night, so really late. I was quite tired, I remember, so maybe I should have quit at some point earlier. But anyways, the table was really good, so really loose game. A lot of recreationals, really, like, I don't know, you could compare this to maybe NL5 online, like really loose players, really a lot of actions. Almost no race first in, just multi-way pots, as live poker always gets interesting. So basically the hand goes, we're on the button with pocket tens, and we have at this point 1.6k, which is 160 big blinds. There was a lot of straddling, a lot of button straddles, but in this hand I think there was nothing like that. Basically everyone folds and it's up to us, which was kind of strange, to get first in on the button. It was not usual. So we have pocket tens, definitely happy to see that, happy to play the hand. At this point, pre-flop sizing, usually you should go quite big. I know that the villains in the blinds are quite loose, so that's the first information we have here on the players. So I make it 3 big blinds. In hindsight, maybe I should have gone even bigger, maybe even 4 big blinds would be kind of no problem. I mean, people are not adjusting in live games. You should just go whatever size you can get away with, I think, with strong hands. Yeah. I made it 3 big blinds, as I said, could go bigger, but I don't think it's a huge deal at that point. And we get a call from small blind and big blind as well. So definitely these are gonna be really wide ranges, not a standard you would see online. So I expect the players to have a lot of hands here. So we don't have to get too much into detail. We will look at that later. But basically we go 3 ways to the flop, and the flop comes down 9-7-5 rainbow. So definitely quite a good flop for our hand. Happy to see no overcard. Definitely a lot of hands we can get value from. Some 2 pairs they can definitely defend, like 9-7 offsuit, 7-5 offsuit. Big blind probably has any 2 almost at that point. It was really loose, and him completing in the big blind, I would assume he even might call hands like, I don't know, Queen 5 offsuit and stuff. So definitely, we're playing against really wide ranges here. So small blind checks, big blind checks as well, and it's up to us. Definitely gonna see bet this. Even though, as I said, we might be behind sometimes here, like 8-6 offsuit, they're both gonna have, which are a lot of combos. But definitely we want to bet tens. Let's see if we get raised, we can reevaluate, but there's so many hands we can get value from, and tens is just a clear value bet. Also, I size up quite a lot, almost pot size, I don't want to size super small here and let them call with queen jack, whatever. Especially with tens, we don't mind getting some folds from overcards and stuff. So, but we don't expect to get a lot of folds on that flop, especially from two loose ranges. We get a call from small blind, which, I mean, at that point I would assume he would raise a lot of strong hands, so I'm putting in maybe on some traps, but mainly some middling hands, like, I don't know, pocket 6s or 6-7 offsuit, 7-8, 9-8, even king 9, queen 9, all those hands are gonna be in his range, so definitely a wide range still. We're happy to not get raised. And big blind folds, so we're heads up to the turn. Turn brings the 7 at hearts, which is kind of, maybe not the best card, not the worst. It's definitely gonna have some 7s, as I said. He might even have a7 offsuit. Definitely king 7 suited, all that suited stuff. 7-8 offsuit, 7-6 offsuit. But At this point, he's gonna have a really wide range still, so he has all the ace 8, king 10 maybe even he might call. I mean, against the big sizing, I'm not sure, but definitely every gut shot, ace 6 suited, king 8 suited, all that stuff, all the 9x, ace 5, so definitely good enough to go for another street of value, which I do again on the turn, quite standard sizing, not too big, not too small, like 2/3 I go. And at this point, if I get raised, I think I'm kind of in that fold mode. I can't remember exactly if the 7 brought a flush draw or not on the turn, but it doesn't change too much. I mean, I don't expect small blind to check raise here, random hands, so I think if we get raised, we have quite an easy fold at that point, but we get a call. And the river is the jack of spades. I do remember that one. And now the hand gets really interesting. Because at this point, as I said before, it was quite late in the night and I was a little bit tired. So I'm looking at small blind and quite some seconds pass. And at this point, I thought he checked. But I'm almost about to ask if he checked, but I didn't want to because I thought maybe I'm giving something away there. But then again, I thought he checked, and I do check behind here. On the jack, I would definitely not value bet the 10s anymore. He could have maybe some random traps. He could have some hands like jack 8, which is an open end, or jack 10. You know, the jack completes some hands here on the river, maybe 10-8 suited, stuff like that, you know. But as I said, I thought he checked and I checked behind, so I say check. But now villain goes, no, wait, I didn't check. What the fuck? I didn't check, so... At this point I was kind of unsure, because I really was, in my head, I was 95% certain he checked, so... Maybe I thought, maybe something something weird is going on, maybe he's kind of angling or something like that. But anyways, he said he didn't check, and at this point he leads out big. He bets really big. 440, I think I remember the exact sizing. He bet 440 into 610, so really big bet, really polarizing. I don't think he would do that with a 9 at this point. Probably not even a jack, you know. I don't know if he would bet jack 8 here or jack 10 like this. Probably not. Especially, I don't know exactly, you know. At this point in my head, I'm really sure. I'm still thinking about the fact that he wanted to check, and this was kind of strange now. So at this point, I start kind of leveling myself, and I thought in my head, man, if he really wanted to check and now saw me check behind and is pretending to not check, so if he has a weak hand right now, maybe if he was even thinking about bluffing or something, you know, he was not sure about it. If he had a weak hand and he saw me check back, right, he knows now 100% I'm always kind of weak, you know. I never have a boat, I never have a straight, I never have trips. Either I have some kind of weak showdown value hand or I'm giving up, you know. And at this point he starts talking to me as well, so I'm not sure about that. Sometimes that's a lifestyle, the people wanting to act strong but not having it. Some people might just act strong and they have it, you know, it's kind of tough to tell. But usually, in my opinion, it's not that strong, you know, when people want to pressure you. And he starts talking, what was he saying? Since you wanted to check back, now you gotta call this bet. So in my head, that makes no sense, you know, completely no sense. And at this point, I'm a little bit biased. I think now, man, if he has ever the chance to be bluffing here, he's always gonna bluff. So if he has a hand like ace 8, whatever, king 6, like even 5-6 or something completely random, he's always gonna bluff now, because he knew I wanted to check back and he knew I'm weak, right? And so I'm tanking a bit. I don't know what's going on exactly. As I said, 3 o'clock in the night and quite tired. So at that point, yeah, I think tens is not the worst bluff catcher, you know. We unblocked some hands which he could bluff, like king 8, king 6, ace 8, all that random stuff. Maybe even 4 6 suited, you know, he could have. And yeah, we block kind of some N8, which is kind of nice, you know, to block the straight which comes in at the river. And I end up making the call at the end, but probably most likely because of that, you know, I really thought he wanted to check, or he checked, and now he's just gonna try to bluff me if he has the chance, right? At the end, to go results, villain had 10-8 offsuit, so he rivered the straight.
I win. You lose.
Sure, you know, maybe he... Still in my mind, I was 95% sure he checked, so, I mean, I didn't confront the guy afterwards. I should have probably called him out. Maybe it was kind of angling there, maybe not, I'm not sure, you know. I was quite tired at that point, but in my mind I was really sure he did check the river. I asked another guy, a friend of mine later, who also thought he checked, but I should just have confronted him and asked maybe later. I was just too tired at that point. But anyways, yeah, 10-8 offsuit he showed, and unfortunately we lost a big pot there, 1.5k. So really interesting hand. I mean, a lot of stuff to think about, especially the river dynamic with his fake check. Maybe, maybe not, I don't know, still a little bit unsure. But yeah, let me know if you enjoyed that kind of video. Let me know if you want to see more. As always, this is all free content. If you want to see more, if you want to support, like the video, subscribe, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. As always, meanwhile, have a great time and see you in the next video. Bye bye.